This is Central Texas Living with Ann Harder.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Living, the podcast. Ann Harder here, and it is a joy for me to introduce you to Dr. Tyrha Lindsey-Warren, who is the brains behind the Waco Faith and Family International Film Festival. Did I get all those words in the right order? Not really. It's a lot. And it's a lot. There's so much we've got coming up the first weekend in February. We're really starting on Thursday, February 3rd. And I'm so excited about this. This is the third time.
Yes.
Now, Tyrha, did you ever dream, it would mushroom the way it has just in the last 3 years?
No. And it's such a blessing. And I'm just so excited for the festival, for Waco, the community, for our filmmakers. It's blowing my mind.
Well, what I love the mission you have for the Waco Family and Faith International Film Festival, in the right order there, is that it is dedicated to empowering the creative spirit, serving with heart, and celebrating all. I mean, what a profound mission to have, and what we need so desperately.
Thank you. I wanted this film festival to stand out from the rest, as well as stand above the rest. When you look at some of the major ones, Sundance and Cannes and Tribeca and Telluride, they're all supporting the creative spirit and wanting the creative spirit to be alive and vibrant and disseminate all over the world. But the extra addition to our mission in terms of serving with heart and celebrating all, that's a unique aspect, I believe, that our festival has that separates it from the rest. We serve not only our filmmakers and our community, not only during February, but also throughout the year with our backpacks distribution. And then in December, we have our annual holiday toy drive, because toys, believe it or not, spark imagination and storytelling and all that kind of good stuff. So I just wanted our festival to have deeper roots and deeper meaning and deeper tentacles, if you will, throughout our community as well as through the rest of the world.
What strikes you about the films that will be screened this coming February?
I always get excited when we close our film submissions, and then our film evaluation team and we start going through everything, even though it's a chore. But it gets exciting because we get some high quality work from filmmakers all around the world. It continues to blow me away, from the animation category, which was new in 2021. So this will be our second year for just a pure animation category, because the films are just that good. To the student films, to the short films, to the feature films. It gets me really excited once we start seeing everything, seeing that's submitted, and we start talking about it. And I don't know if I've ever told you this, but we always are in a wonderful position that we program 2 years at a time. So when we did our first year, we programmed 2020 and 2021. Last year, we were able to program 2021 and 2022. And then also with the 2021 submissions, we were able to program 2022 and 2023. So
just because there are that many. Wow.
Yeah. And we don't have enough space here, in Waco to really show everything.
Right.
So I found that was just a good strategy for us. So we know going into, that next year when we're taking films, half the film festival is already programmed with the previous year's submissions.
Well, that's got to help with logistics too. With you planning, you can go to the website, which has it's fabulous. It's so wonderful the way you have it all set up.
Thank you.
And it's not just films, it's golf and tennis.
Yes.
Which you got me and my husband on both of those. Yes, Ridgewood Country Club is where those events will be happening.
Yes.
So it's, you're getting some physical activity along with stimulating your mind and your spirit.
Definitely. And it's a celebrity golf classic.
I know.
It's our
So tell
second
me
year.
about some of your celebs you've got.
Right now, confirmed, we have a lot of former NFL football players. If you recall Ickey Woods from, I guess he was the 1988 Bengals team, but he's very well known for the Ickey Shuffle. I don't know
I've
if
heard
you know
of
the
that.
Ickey
Yeah.
Shuffle.
Oh, that's
but
funny.
Ickey's coming. Another Cincinnati Bengals player, Joe Kelly, is also coming. We're in talks with some former Dallas Cowboy players. Because I don't know if you know, but the current president of the NFL Players Association is from Waco. He lives in Waco.
What?
And he's a member at Ridgewood. So
Who is that?
Oh, gosh. I
I'll
can't think
put
of
you
his
on the
name.
spot.
I can't think of his name.
Well,
I see his face
I'll
on my
find
head,
out.
but I can't think of his name.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, so I've just been talking, my husband and I, we've just been talking to him and saying, who can you get really fast?
Right.
Because
And of course, through the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, they know a lot of those guys that play golf.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
But he is just using his Rolodex because he has to be in Los Angeles getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Right.
So he's not able to play.
Okay.
But he said, I'll get you some former players. And I'm like, yes.
That's wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and these former football players, they love to play golf, and they're pretty good golfers.
They are.
Pretty good golfers.
They are.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun then for the amateur players to get to kind of rub elbows with these guys and hear some of the backstories and all that kind of fun stuff.
Well, and we definitely want women to play as well.
Yeah.
Last year, I was just so excited to see the Baylor women's golf team join us.
Good. Yeah.
And they came and their
their outfits are so cute. Yeah.
Oh, they're super cute.
I know. That's the one thing I love about golf is the outfit.
I know. Me too. But they were super. When I was giving my initial remarks last year, they caught me off guard, and I just had to stop my initial remarks and say, "Oh my gosh, girls, you look so good."
That's right.
So cute.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And they're really good players
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Really good.
Really good. But as women should be.
Yeah, if they're playing D1 golf, they should be. Oh, that's exciting. It's what, $125 a player.
Yes,
It's very
yes.
reasonable.
It's
for
fundraiser.
this kind of thing. It's a
all
fundraiser,
And we'll have some gifts and typical golf classic.
I know, but
stuff.
I know what's involved in just helping with putting on. So we've got the golf tournament. That in and of itself is a big deal. Okay, let's talk about the tennis. It's a round robin tennis.
Yes.
Also there
Lots of
at
games.
Ridgewood, which I'm looking forward to playing in this year. I couldn't do it last year, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, that's so much fun. And when I was on the marketing team for the United States Tennis Association in New York, putting on tennis events was what I did. One of my job responsibilities. So I think I'm pretty good at putting on a tennis
Got that figured
event.
out.
We have a DJ and food is flowing and all kinds of wonderful things.
Yeah.
Prizes are flowing. So it's just a lot of fun. And it's, again, all the activities within the festival are family. So, at the tennis event last year, we had cute little girls.
Oh, yeah.
10 years old to however else, 60, 70 years old. Everyone's playing.
That's what's wonderful
playing the
about
games.
tennis.
Yes.
Is that it is a lifelong sport on into your older
That's
golden
right.
years.
And you can get whipped by the older and golden
no
people.
kidding.
Just their strategy, ball placement is insane.
I know. Yeah, that can be quite the equalizer. Well, great fun events. I'm really looking forward to, but I'm especially honored and looking forward to the kind of the first public event that you've got going on that Thursday evening. And tell me about this opening kickoff.
Sure. This will be our third year for our Champions Award reception. And as you know, having produced film festivals all across the country, the one thing that I was never able to do, other than the last TD Jakes festival I was honored to produce, was really honor people. Mm-hmm. And the last one I did for Bishop Jakes in 2017, we honored Cicely Tyson.
Oh, what an amazing actress.
Amazing. And this luncheon was to die for. Oprah spoke and Tyler Perry spoke.
Oh, my goodness.
We had the prime minister of a country in Africa who came into the country to speak. I mean, it was such a a brouhaha. But I was able to work with Miss Tyson and her assistant so closely, as well as her school in New Jersey, to just get everything together. And after the event, I was walking with her and her assistant to her limousine. I was on one side and her assistant was on the other, and Miss Tyson was in the middle as we walked. And she was just shaking her head, just like, I didn't expect this.
Aww.
You know, she was telling me, young lady, this was so wonderful. This was so amazing. You know, it blew her mind.
She
you know,
was honored.
Special performances.
Yeah.
I liked that feeling. You know, I liked how she was just so wonderfully appreciative of the moment, and I liked doing it for her.
Yeah.
And so when, you know, someone else hired us and I tried to pitch this idea, why don't we do some awards and honor people? That particular client poo-pooed the idea. And so when I thought about, you know, the Waco Family and Faith International Film Festival, how did I want to make it uniquely Waco and mine, so to speak? I had to have this, you know, I had to have this component in terms of honoring people. We call our class of Champions Award recipients those who are exemplars of good disruption, you know, in TV, film, entertainment, media, and the performing arts, you know, people who are innovative and just blazing a trail and just have done some outstanding work, which you are one, because we definitely honor a local person every year. And just, you know, being able to get to know you over the years, you're just in the perfect company with everyone else.
Well, I'm totally blown away by it. And I see these other folks and I go, why am I in this group? But I'm thoroughly honored and just so excited about seeing some of these other folks.
Yes.
Because John Schneider, I have had a chance to interview a couple of times, and he is just delightful. He is so much fun. Of course, people remember him from Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
when he was younger and could just kind of jump into the car.
Right.
You know? But I follow him on Facebook, and he's just delightful.
Yes. I've been talking to his wife mostly, so I have not been able to speak to him.
This is so cute.
Yes. So I've enjoyed, you know, speaking to his wife. And then we're also honoring Vivian Scott Chu and Ray Chu. It's so funny. That's why I'm late today. I was just talking to Vivian, who called me on my way here. But they're super excited. People know Vivian or may not know Vivian from her wonderful career as a music executive in New York City. And she's repped Alicia Keys and Tamar Braxton and all kinds of wonderful people. And then Ray Chu, I call him the modern day Quincy Jones, even though he's so fantastic in his own right as the current musical director for Dancing with the Stars. Former MD for American Idol, and then so on and so forth. In terms of every award show, I feel like he's musical directing and just so fantastic.
Yeah.
Deborah Konisberger, who's a fashion stylist to the stars, owns this upscale French clothing boutique in Chelsea called Noir et Blanc. Just fantastic.
Now,
too.
she's going to have a special event, too.
She's going to have a fashion show here.
So tell me about that.
On the 4th, that we're featuring many of her fashions. She's shipping them in from New York. And also some other designers. Stella Edant from Maryland. Heather Marie, who's a hat designer from Dallas, Texas. And then Pretty in Pink, Flamingo Clothing Boutique, is also participating. But we're going to have a style fashion show at Z's at the Curry.
Cannot wait.
And it should be a lot of fun if you want to shop. And if you like style and fashion shows,
and somebody who really knows about it.
Yes,
I'd say she kind of knows what's what where fashion is concerned. And so many things. Yeah.
And what I like about all of our Champions Award recipients, not only this year but in 2021 and 2022. Everyone, not only have they done outstanding works in their career, but they're good people, you know, like good-hearted people. And that means the world to me as well.
Well, I'm just blown away and so honored and looking forward to this event. Again, this is going to be in the evening, 7 to 9 p.m. on February 3rd at the Arts Center, Waco, which is exciting
Yes.
to get to be there and see that.
I'm on the board for Art Center Waco, and we're just excited to have this brand new building and gallery space open for the Waco community, and it's
Fabulous.
gorgeous.
Oh, it's
the
beautiful,
Kermit
yeah.
Oliver exhibit opened up the building last year, and this was my way to support the organization and just bring some more faces and new people to the building to see what's going on there.
Well, we have so much more to talk about, but we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back to learn more about this upcoming third wonderful Waco Faith and Family International Film Festival. Lots to hear about yet, so stay with us.
Introducing the Waco Family and Faith International Film Festival, with over 1,600 attendees in our first year.
It has really been truly a wonderful weekend for our community.
It's great to have a positive film experience that everybody can watch, and there's meaning behind it.
The production and the quality films are a celebration of the art.
We are celebrating the Waco community. We are dedicated to empowering the creative spirit, serving with heart, and celebrating all.
Well, it is the Waco Family and Faith International Film Festival.
I'm excited. I found out about it through a friend. As soon as I connected, I was like, what is this? Like, oh my gosh. It's a whole community, and I look forward to going and getting again.
Hey, I'm Caroline, and this is Bloody Happy Hour,
your newest true crime comedy podcast.
So grab your favorite drink and join us every week for Thirsty Thursday.
We promise to tell you the bloodiest stories and give you a laugh in between. Go find us, follow us, and subscribe anywhere you get your podcasts, because guess what?
We're about to be sipping on some murder.
F-Bomb. This is Mandy and the F-Bomb, where we shed light on stories and invite you to find your place and purpose in the world of foster care. Through my involvement with families involved in foster care and being a foster mom myself, I've learned that it's the things that wreck us the most profoundly that can stitch us back together into the best, purpose-filled versions of ourselves. Tune in to Mandy and the F-Bomb. It's stories that invite you in to find your place and purpose in the world of foster care. You can find us anywhere you get podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing.
And we are back, and you got to see the wonderful promo that you produced for this year's event. We've been talking and all these different events and really kind of scratched the surface because we haven't talked a lot about the specific film screenings, which is what a film festival is all about.
Yes,
and you've got what I love about some of them, you say this is appropriate for 16 and up, 13 and up, and that sort of thing. And I think that's important.
Thank you. We're getting better and evolving with each year. I had a parent recently share with me, could I bring my, such and such old daughter? How can I tell, from the film blocks? And I said, well, let me help you. And I talked to the graphics designer. So that was something we instituted this year in terms of age appropriateness of the films, because there are some that, of course, I understand parents don't want to
get into
expose children to certain subject matter. So we want to be respectful for that.
Right.
And so that's why we did that this year.
But it's all wholesome, uplifting.
Definitely.
I mean, this is a faith-based film festival.
And family-based. I'd say more family than faith-based. But we do touch upon different issues. You know, there's a wonderful film by Carrie Ann Fraser, who's a filmmaker out of Killeen. She has a feature film called Shattered Pieces, which is dealing with domestic violence. It's like a biopic, so to speak. And so, you know, I'm respectful if parents don't want to expose.
Might be a little too intense.
Exactly. We have another one that's coming in from a filmmaker out of Los Angeles dealing with Alzheimer's and that protagonist's eventual death, you know, so maybe that might not
be a little too
exactly. But you know, my grandmother died from Alzheimer's, so when I saw the movie, I said, I'm sure there's others that would or could relate.
Be moved by that. Yeah.
So you know, we just want to be respectful of everyone.
Yeah, John Schneider though is going to be, speaking of John Schneider,
he
he's
has
going to be premiering
Poker's Run, which is what his wife shared with me. I don't know anything about the film, but I'm excited to see it. I'll be happier when I have it in my hand first and can take it over to the Cinemark. Yeah. But we're excited about that. Also on that opening night at the movies on Friday the 4th, Shemaine Nugent is premiering her brand new short film.
I did not know she was a filmmaker. Yeah, she's delightful
she
too.
Is.
I've had her on the show.
Yep.
You know, a lot of these people I've interviewed in the past.
That's why you have to be,
I just have to be just to see my friend. Yeah, no, she's extremely talented, and of course, and her husband Ted, you know, he's just over the top fun.
He is. We also have two promos premieres, so to speak, that will be happening on that Friday night too. Our winners of our 2020 Grand Jury Prize for Best Feature Film, Vision Vehicle Productions, moved here in 2020 during the pandemic, shot their first Waco movie in November of 2021, just, you know, hiring all kinds of Waco actors and vendors and things of that nature. So
which is great for the economy.
Outstanding. And that's what film festivals do. We positively impact the economic development of our host community. And so I am told that I will have a promo from that movie, Great Wall of Warren, to be able to show that night, which I'm super excited about. One of the stars of that movie, Malcolm Goodwin, he was a Champions Award recipient for us in 2021. His Amazon series premieres that day, actually on the 4th. So we're getting a promo from Amazon. And then Crackle Network, which is a streaming network, reached out to me about 2 weeks ago wanting to debut their new series called Fairwood, which comes out in April. So we will screen the first series of Fairwood that night too.
How exciting.
So a lot of Waco premieres, Waco first that night.
Really the cutting edge of what's happening, which is so exciting. You know, we talk about how filmmaking, even, you know, on a small scale, you know, in local independent kind of thing. But what does it mean to that filmmaker to be screened at a film festival?
Oh, everything. Yeah. Everything. They live for this moment where a festival can screen their film, an audience can see their film for the first time. It's everything for the filmmaker. So we're just happy, you know, to be able to help shine a spotlight on all of these filmmakers. I forgot to mention on Saturday, we're having another Waco premiere of this nationally syndicated television show called Cafe Mocha TV. It's a spinoff of the successful radio program called Cafe Mocha Radio. And Dee Dee McGuire, who's a nationally renowned radio personality, is, I believe she's the executive producer of this project. She's driving down from Dallas to be a part of this screening on Saturday the 5th, along with her executive producer, Sheila Eldridge, is flying in from Maryland. And then another EP on the show, John Murray, who's a well-known TV pop culture critic. And recently he's been on, I guess, co-producing Wendy Williams. He's coming in from New York. So that should be fantastic. That session is called Women Empowering Women.
Yes. I wanted you to talk about that. That kind of has been a theme of a lot of what you've done professionally, hasn't it?
Yes. I love keeping women empowered
Yeah.
and celebrating women and letting them know to not dim their light, to always shine it bigger and brighter and keep it going. So that's what this session is about. We definitely encourage not only women, but young people. If you're interested in learning more about not only in front of the camera, but behind the camera, I think this is a wonderful session to be a part of, because Dee Dee, Sheila, and John will be talking about both aspects. How in the world did they get this TV show off the ground? Being women in a male-dominated industry, all that type of thing.
Yeah.
So
will there be a chance for questions?
definitely.
Yeah,
So there's right now, for most of the film screenings, there will be talkbacks.
Good.
We're still in the process of confirming with the filmmakers who is able to come and not. But there will be a talkback after that session. And then also there's another one that is celebrating the work of Professor Robert Darden, if you're familiar with him.
I am very familiar
and his
with
gospel
Bob,
music archives.
I know. He is really an unsung hero.
Yes.
He truly is, with what he's been able to do with gospel music and preserving
So there's this
music form.
There's this film we got in last year. No, it must have been 2020. I can't even remember anymore. But David Picotta is the filmmaker's name, and the film is called A Life's Work. And when we looked at it, we have a process with the team. The team proposes things, and then I'm like the last eyes to kind of look at everything. So when I looked at the feature, I said, "Oh my gosh, that's Professor Darden.
That's Bob Darden." Well, I call him. We were at Baylor together, so I've known him a long time.
Okay. So there's this wonderful film with Professor Darden.
I think it's wonderful. Yeah.
And hopefully the filmmaker will be coming, but Dr. Mia Moody Ramirez will be moderating that talk back, and hopefully Professor Darden can join her just to talk about the movie and
his work. I mean, people just need to understand what all he's done.
And he's one of, I guess, a total of 4 people profiled in the film, in the documentary. Cool. So that's exciting. And we didn't want to show it during last year because of COVID, and we didn't know. But now
things were a little crazy last year. Are you doing anything special protocol-wise?
Well, 90% of the films are going to be shown at the Cinemark movie theater this year. So we're just following.
Which is great. A new venue?
Yes, very much so.
Beautiful, yeah.
And so we're just following their guidelines. And ideally, come 2023, all the films will be shown at the Cinemark.
Right.
That has always been the ideal, but we hadn't had the movie theaters really in Waco to be able to do that. And so I worked really hard to establish this relationship with Cinemark, and they know we want to be here every year. From here
and that's
out.
good. But for the time being, this year you've got several different venues. Some of the churches are involved, and I think that's wonderful too.
Yes, I mean I love
everybody
having
involved.
the churches involved. But I love the theater too.
Right, exactly, and it might make it simpler for folks. This is something that, like you say, it's kind of grown, but you've got some amazing sponsors. So
yes,
we would be remiss if we did not mention, you mentioned Cinemark, but
TFNB, Your Bank for Life,
yeah.
David Littlewood, Jason Lavender, fantastic partners, on this journey. David has always believed in this since the beginning, and we are grateful to him. Creative Waco, of course, Fiona Bond has supported this wholeheartedly as well. We have some new sponsors. The Waco CVB, Convention and Visitors Bureau, they're our hot tennis mixer sponsor. Hot standing for Heart of Texas.
Of course. But the tennis will be hot as well.
HEB has come on board most recently. Yeah. Rhonda Featherstone has been fantastic.
She's amazing. She's a lot of fun. She is.
Yeah. We have a community partner, the Waco Central Texas chapters of the Links Incorporated. So you'll see them as hostesses and volunteers.
Yeah, because you need hands and feet.
We do. We definitely do.
Yeah, so if folks are interested maybe in helping out, maybe how could they get in touch?
You could just go to the website. On there, I think at the bottom, you see our email, info@laicommunications.com. Just send us an email. We'd love to have any additional hands.
Yeah, well, that is cool. It is. It's just going to be an amazing few days, and then you've got a big wrap up at
the party at People Bar.
At People Bar, that's another place I've been wanting to visit. I haven't had a chance yet, but yeah, yeah. You have just covered everything, and I just can't get over how you can pull it all together as you have. Such an amazing event, plus all your wonderful jazz singing. I mean, you've still been performing.
I have.
And I don't know, and your day job at Baylor,
right?
Shepherding these wonderful students, in the marketing department at the Hank-Eber School of Business, and so proud of you for all of your work and everything that you do. You are just a treasure.
Thank you.
Here in Central Texas, and I'm just blessed to know you. And
likewise,
looking forward to an amazing event. And so again, what is the website folks can go to?
Sure, wacofilmfest.org. Very easy.
That's easy.
wacofilmfest.org, and you can find everything that you want to know about
right,
the film
and
festival.
tickets, and you can go ahead, and it's very easy to use to sign up online for the different events and have your tickets available, and you can just pick and choose or go to.
Definitely.
Can you just?
You can
go
buy
to
a
everything
pass and go to everything.
Just go to everything.
On Saturday, what are we doing? Kids under 10 and under are free for the entire festival. And on Saturday, all you have to do is pay $5. You can get into everything on Saturday at the Cinemark.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, you are wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Tyrha Lindsey-Warren, who, you are setting the world on fire, starting right in Waco.
Be the change you seek. That's what I believe in.
Well said.
Thank you.
And thank you. Join us again next time. Central Texas Living is part of the Rogue Media Network family. Be sure to check out their other shows at roguemedianetwork.com. Please rate us 5 stars on iTunes and anywhere else you get your podcasts. Join us again soon for more Central Texas Living, the podcast.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.